Let me ask you something. How much of your daily stress comes from fighting reality? You wish your boss were kinder? You wish your partner understood you better? You wish life were easier, smoother, and more predictable. But here's the truth. Life is never wrong. It simply is. The suffering we feel doesn't come from reality. It comes from resisting reality. Today, we're going to explore the ancient wisdom and modern science of embracing what is, and how doing so can completely change your mind, reduce suffering, and free you to live fully in the present. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools and timeless insights to stop fighting life and start flowing with it. Every day, millions of people wake up to a battle that no one else can see. Not a battle against the outside world, but against what is. Traffic is heavy, we curse it. The weather is bad, we complain. Someone says something rude, we replay it in our minds all day. But think about this. None of these things by themselves truly hurt us. It's our resistance, our refusal to accept them, that creates suffering. As the Buddhist saying goes, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. We can't avoid pain, but we can avoid adding layers of mental suffering on top of it. Imagine someone stuck in traffic. The reality is, cars aren't moving. That's it. One person screams, pounds the wheel, and stresses. Another person accepts it, turns on music, or calls a loved one. Same traffic, two different worlds. The difference isn't reality. It's the mind's reaction. Here's a bold truth. Life has no should. But think about how often we argue with life in our heads. This shouldn't have happened to me. People should be nicer. I should be further ahead in life by now. Every time we use the word should against reality, we're planting a seed of misery. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. In other words, our resistance to what is creates more pain than the situation itself. So the key isn't to change the world first, it's to change the way we relate to it. There's an old Taoist story about a farmer. One day, his horse ran away. The neighbors said, "Such bad luck." The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned with 3 wild horses. The neighbors said, "Amazing, such good fortune." The farmer replied, "Maybe." Later, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses and broke his leg. The neighbors said, "What a tragedy." The farmer replied, "Maybe." A week later, soldiers came to the village to recruit all able-bodied young men for war. Because the son's leg was broken, he was spared. The point? Life is not good or bad. It simply is. We create labels, we resist, we fight, but reality keeps unfolding. And when you embrace it, instead of labeling every event as good or bad, you free yourself from constant mental drama. Modern psychology backs this up. Cognitive behavioral therapy shows us that much of human suffering comes from distorted thinking. Statements like, "Things must go my way." "If people don't approve of me, I'm worthless." "Life should always be fair." These distortions clash with reality. Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, or ACT, teaches that healing doesn't come from eliminating pain. It comes from embracing it and moving forward anyway. In fact, research shows that people who practice radical acceptance experience lower stress, stronger resilience, and even less physical pain. Here's another truth perspective. The universe has no favorites. The rain doesn't fall only on the wicked. The sun doesn't shine only on the good. Life unfolds without bias. When we personalize every event, why me? We miss the truth. Life is happening for us, not to us. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wrote, "The universe is changing. Our life is what our thoughts make it." In other words, the events are neutral. It's our judgment that makes them blessings or curses. How do you actually embrace what is? The first step is to notice when you are fighting reality. Many times, we don't even realize we're doing it. We mutter under our breath, "This shouldn't be happening," or "Why me?" But the truth is, if it is already happening, no amount of denial or resistance will undo it. The practice begins with awareness, catching yourself in the act of arguing with life. Once you've noticed the fight, the second step is to shift into observation. Instead of instantly labeling what's happening as good or bad, try describing it in neutral terms. For example, instead of saying, "This is terrible traffic," you can say, "The cars are not moving right now." This shift may seem small, but it creates a gap between the event and your emotions, giving you space to respond more calmly. The third step is to use your breath as an anchor. When you feel resistance rise up, whether it's frustration, anger, or sadness, bring your attention back to your breathing. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and remind yourself that you are here, now, in this moment. Your breath will never abandon you. It will always guide you back to the present, which is the only place reality exists. Next, ask yourself, what can I actually control in this situation? Often, our suffering multiplies because we're trying to control the uncontrollable. Other people's behavior, the weather, the economy, or the past. When you separate what's within your power from what isn't, you reclaim your energy. You can't control the storm, but you can control whether you carry an umbrella. Finally, practice radical gratitude. This doesn't mean pretending that challenges aren't painful. It means asking, what lesson or hidden gift might be inside this experience? Gratitude shifts the lens through which we see life. Even in difficulty, there is growth. Even in disappointment, there can be wisdom. Gratitude doesn't deny the pain, it transforms the way we hold it. So, embracing what isn't about passive acceptance or giving up. It's about meeting life exactly where it stands, freeing yourself from resistance, and then acting with clarity and courage. Viktor Frankl's lesson. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, shared this profound truth. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Frankl lost his family, his freedom, and endured unimaginable suffering in a concentration camp. Yet he realized that while they could take everything from him, they could not take his ability to choose his response. His embrace of what is gave him inner freedom, even in hellish conditions. If Frankl could find meaning in the face of such horror, what excuse do we have when facing traffic, criticism, or failure? Are you aware? Fighting life is like fighting the ocean. Picture this. You're in the ocean, waves crashing over you. You can fight the waves, flail, resist, or you can float, breathe, and let them carry you. Life works the same way. Fighting reality only exhausts you. Embracing reality allows you to flow, adapt, and even enjoy the ride. As Zen master Shunryu Suzuki said, "Life is like stepping onto a boat that is about to sail out to sea and sink. The point is not to avoid the sinking, it's to live fully while on the boat." So what does this look like in daily life? At work, instead of resenting a difficult colleague, embrace the fact that they're part of your current reality. You can't change them. You can only change how you show up. In relationships, instead of wishing your partner were different, see them as they are. Then decide, without resentment, how to love them, or whether to move on. With health, if your body changes, embrace it. Instead of lamenting, "I shouldn't be sick," ask, "How can I care for myself right now?" Embracing what is doesn't mean passivity. It doesn't mean you stop improving life. It means you stop fighting reality as it exists in this moment and act from a place of clarity, not resistance. When you embrace what is, something incredible happens. You stop wasting energy on denial. You start seeing opportunities where you once saw problems. You discover peace, even in chaos. Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now, said, "Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it." Imagine that, living as though every moment was chosen by you. Not because you like every moment, but because resisting it only adds suffering. So here's the invitation. The next time life doesn't go your way, don't fight it. Don't drown in shoulds. Instead, breathe, accept, and embrace what is. Because when you change your relationship with reality, you change your mind. And when you change your mind, you change your life. Life isn't happening to you. It's happening for you, moment by moment. So let go of resistance. Embrace what is. And step into the peace, power, and freedom that have always been waiting for you. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs this reminder. And if you want more life-changing wisdom, subscribe and join our growing community of seekers and learners. Remember, peace doesn't come from controlling life. It comes from embracing it. And that changes everything.